Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering, off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I've been waiting all week for this one. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today? Happens to be my Rob Zombie shirt. Yeah, it's very colorful. As one might expect from Rob Zombie. If you're unfamiliar with Rob Zombie, somehow, the guy has been an icon in really, just in almost every aspect of pop culture. He's probably best known for his musical output, both with his band White Zombie and then eventually his solo stuff, which has been going for decades now. Of course, he's also directed films. He's worked with basically every artist on the planet in one capacity or another. He's an incredible figure and somebody who I absolutely love his stuff. I've been a big fan of his stuff ever since my high school days when I first got into it. And I was fortunate enough 2-3 years ago now, I can't remember anymore. I want to say 3 years ago. I actually got to see him perform live, which was really incredible. If you don't believe me about how incredible it was, I actually have videos of his performance that I attended. Those videos are on my channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as music is concerned because it's fucking Rob Zombie. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why have I been waiting for this all week? Well, I've been waiting for this all week because I had to go over there and, kind of wait for my, check and everything to go in, as it's been wont to do. But finally, we're, firmly in the weekend, and it ended up timing itself out rather perfectly. So I've been wanting to hit this particular establishment up again, and they actually had a special going on. So, but where did I go? I hopped back on out to, boom, Aunt Tina's Kitchen. 582 West Lake Street in Elmhurst, Illinois, by the way. And what with this being a review of an Illinois location, by the way, it's going to end up in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois-related spots. But what did I get? Ha ha ha! And what was the special? Boom! What is this? Boom! It's the Sandy. What is the Sandy? The Sandy, one of their signature sandwiches, is pulled pork sandwich topped with barbecue and homemade coleslaw on a brioche bun. And they had a special going on just for this weekend where if you got any one of their sandwiches, you also got a free order of tater tots. So, let's get a thing for the thing here now. Do this, so we'll just kind of go like that. Ha 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 ha! And let's try out the tots real quick. I've actually never had their tots. Those are proper tots. Those are perfectly cooked. Nice crispy exterior, but not too crispy. The people's tastes are going to vary, but I don't want mine crazy crispy. Nice and tender on the inside. And here's a key thing. They're nicely seasoned, but they're not overly seasoned. One thing that I've found with a fair amount of places that do tots, tend to oversalt them. These, they definitely still have that nice little, salty bite, but it's not the entire focal point of the experience. You're getting that nice tot flavor. These are really good tots. This is also my lunch, so I'm going to gobble the fuck out of these. Alright, that was really good. Let's get the sandwich going. I love a pulled pork sandwich. And I love a pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw on it. So I'm expecting this to be amazing. Give it a go. Folks, I wish I could say that every day of my life has been an unmitigated blessing, filled with nothing but wonderful experiences that fill my heart with joy. But I can't do that, because that would be a bold-faced lie. Sometimes life sucks ass, let's be honest. But food like this definitely goes over there and helps to even out the rough edges. That is delicious. I love that, man. Like, I've had some pulled pork from Antina's in the past, so I already expected that to be really good, and it is. It's really nice and tender, but it still has a little bite to it. You know, you don't want it to just be slop. At least I don't. The barbecue sauce that they use is fantastic. Again, I've had it in other capacities with their food. It's got, I like barbecue sauce that's a little bit more rich, maybe a little smoky. Sweet barbecue sauces have their place, absolutely. But I love the barbecue sauce that they ate. Like, it focuses on that richness. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's more of a rich sauce. And the combination of that with the coleslaw, because the thing is, I like coleslaw. Coleslaw can be very divisive, but I enjoy coleslaw, but it needs to be kind of a certain type of coleslaw. Like, I like KFC coleslaw. I do not like Popeye's coleslaw. Just something about the way they're put together. I like when it's got some bite to it, when you can hear the crunch when you bite into it, kind of longer strands of the actual slaw itself. That is fantastic. It is sloppy as shit. Yeah, the savoriness from the pork, despite everything else going on, still comes through fantastically. And then you've got that nice, rich, somewhat tangy barbecue sauce. And then you've got that nice creamy tanginess from the coleslaw. It just, the way that comes together, man. Like, the first time I ever had coleslaw on a pulled pork was actually Wendy's years ago. They had it as like one of their special promo items for a while, and I've been a fan ever since. This is obviously taking that and elevating it, to levels that Wendy's could never reach on their best day. That is fantastic. Everything about that's wonderful. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes, clearly. You've heard me gushing about it. And I've gushed about, I think, everything I've ever gotten from Antina's. They're a great spot, man. Like, in terms of local establishments, I couldn't be happier that, not only did they decide to go over there and set up shop not too far away from where I'm at, but then on top of that, they managed to go over there and foster, a nice little spot for themselves in the community. I think they're a great place. And I think this sandwich, it's just one more reason for me to go there and for me to love what they do. I like it so much. If you watch my channel, you already know where I'm going with this. I'm calling this the business. When I refer to something as being the business, that means it's basically a perfect item. You could tweak it a little bit, you could do a little bit here or there, but fundamentally, it's down packed. This, for me, as much as, when you think about like barbecue and things like that, you tend to think, like the South of the United States. I'm not trying to take anything away from you, the South. But there are absolutely places up here in the North that could, I fully believe, go toe-to-toe with any of those places down South. That might sound sacrilegious, but I'm willing to stand by it. And this pulled pork sandwich is quite possibly the best pulled pork sandwich I've had. It's at the very least in contention. So, obviously, I'm recommending it. I think this is one of those ones where about the only people I can see who'd maybe take issue with it are people who just do not like coleslaw at all. And I've certainly met those people. They're just not willing to go along with it. In which case, you could still just get the pulled pork sandwich. But I personally think that the combination of everything together makes this like its penultimate version. And I would definitely recommend this. This is one that I would say, hey, if you're stopping off at Antina's, this is one you should definitely go out and check out for yourself. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have themselves a truly pulled pork-tastic rest of your life. Because, I mean, come on now. Pulled pork is insanely delicious. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, this for me just really kind of emphasizes what I've been saying for years now. Always explore and support your local food scene. Okay? Like, as much as, look, man, I like a Big Mac every now and again. I enjoy myself some fast food. I enjoy chain locations. I think that, different places offer up different things. But when it comes to, like, truly unique local spots, that's what really makes up a scene's identity and its DNA. And that's the stuff, you don't want to lose that. So, anyway,